In today's video, we see what the heck happens in a Madden 21 game if every single quarterback on the team gets injured. Like, who jumps in and plays quarterback? The freaking head coach?
Eat corn and get RBT to 1 million subscribers by Christmas. Eat your corn. Love your corn. But you need to get RBT to 1 million subscribers by Christmas.
Now, RBT, how the heck are you gonna do this? Like, you just never question the Madden scientists. Very simple how today's experiment is going to work. We're jumping into a franchise mode. We've selected the New York Jets because they're the New York Jets and they're the meme right now. We're gonna jump into week 1 of our franchise against the Buffalo Bills. But what I have done is gone to our roster, simply gone to the QB position, and as you'll see in about 3 seconds, 3, 2, 1, boom! Every single quarterback has the lowest injury rating possible at a solid 1. So what we're going to do is jump into a game. We're going to run the football with the quarterback until he gets injured. Until he's injured enough to get knocked out the game. Until we run out of quarterbacks and see what the heck happens. Now, me being the Madden scientist I kind of know what's going to happen. So to go ahead and counteract that, it's like you guys probably know, in the depth chart of a Madden 21 franchise, the only other position that can play QB is kicker and punter. So obviously, in my thought process, I think once these 3 QBs get knocked out the game and can't come back, the kicker and punter will come in their place. Now, what I've done to counteract that is I've simply gone and made their injury rating 1 as well. So, once all the quarterbacks are gone, and once the 2 other players that can play the quarterback position on the depth chart, kicker and punter, get knocked out the game, who the heck comes in at quarterback today? We shall find out. So hopefully guys do enjoy today's Madden 21 scientific video, and if you do, make sure to smash a huge thumbs up. Also guys, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't, because if and only if we do hit 1 million subscribers by the end of the year, we'll be doing a massive next-gen console giveaway to my subscribers, and subscribers only. 3 next-gen consoles being given away to my subscribers, but that's if and only if we do hit that milli mark by the end of the year. So make sure to take that millisecond that it does take to click that subscription button if you haven't. Like, why not? Like, you can unsubscribe later if you don't like my videos. Like, just try to get a free chance to win a freaking $500 console. Now, the one difference in what we've done this year is if you go into the sliders for the franchise mode itself, you may notice that we do go in and we've only put the injury slider on 50. Because if it wasn't on 50 and it was all the way up to 100 where they got injured very easily, the problem is what we found the last few years is there's like a threshold on the amount of players that you can have out of a game. So once we had like 10 players get injured, at that point the game makes it impossible for you to have any player get injured, because if the injury slider is all the way to 100, it doesn't just impact your QB, it impacts literally everybody in the entire game. So one play happens, like 5-year offensive linemen get injured. So we can't have that happen. So the only players that actually have their injury rating affected is the quarterbacks or the players that can play quarterback. Now, something else I need to do really quick is also go into the user sliders, and I need to make sure, because I want to make this as easy as possible to get the results that we want to see today. If we go into the sliders again, I probably could have just stayed in there. If we go down to the user player skill, and we're going to put fumbles all the way up to 100, because I think, now that's a good question. Does fumbles at 100 mean we don't fumble, or does that mean we fumble every play? That sucks. I wish there was a little bit more explanation on that, but I don't want my quarterback to fumble. If he fumbles, that just doesn't let me run the ball with him over and over and over again. We also probably need to turn fatigue all the way down as well, and the question is, does 100 fatigue mean the players get fatigued more easily, or does it mean 0 fatigue gets the players fatigued more easily? I don't know. I have no idea. I guess we'll just keep it at 50. But anyways, I'm excited. I'm also excited to see what the heck happens if we get all of these quarterbacks injured. What happens, like, if you sim a week? Like, who plays quarterback then if you have like 5 players that can play QB on the roster, but they're all injured? So a bunch of different aspects to the experiment today. Simply just gonna jump into the game, which we have made the quarter length. What? But as I was trying to say, as we go sign a D-tackle, we've also made the quarter length 15, so I have as much time as possible to get all 5 players injured, because even though their injury rating is 1, that doesn't necessarily mean they're gonna get injured every single play, as hopefully they just make it easy for us this year. Just let us have the players get injured every single play. Come on, let there actually be a simple experiment for me to find the answer to. They're always so goddamn complicated. Hopefully this one's just straightforward. Please, Mr. Bubbles. So it begins. Play number 1, we're simply just gonna scramble out with Sam Donald, and hopefully he doesn't fumble, because that would just suck, and I would have to quit the game and go back in and change that slider. But play number 1, come on, hit me hard. Hit me hard. Go down, play 1, please. he doesn't go down play 1. But what we're going to do is we're going to hurry up so his fatigue is kind of going down, makes him more susceptible to injury. So at least he didn't fumble. Play number 1, hit me, hurt me. And we're still not hurt. So how about 3 consecutive runs with a player with 1 injury rating? Can we, like, please, like, finally get injured? Hard hit. Still not injured. Are you serious? Well, not the most of ideal starts. I'm probably going to scramble again with Sam Darnold. That's what we're going to do. We're going to scramble again. Like, who cares if we win or not? So our 4th consecutive run, can we finally get injured this time? Like, kill me. Hurt me. Still no, god dang it. Oh, he is injured, I think. Am I silly, or did he not just get injured? There was a timeout for some reason. Was it a medical timeout? Chest injury, yes. Even though he got injured, he might not be out for the game, but we need all the players to be out for the entire game. So we're gonna super sim. All right, who's in? Who's in? It's Joe Flacco time. It's time to kill Joseph. Hopefully Joseph's a little bit more easy to injure. Hopefully he gets injured in the first play. Like, please. That's not gonna be a thing, is it? Yep. Sam Darnold abdominal strain will return soon. Great. So we need to bring Sam back in and just get him injured for the entire game. Hopefully Joe gets injured here quick. I don't know why Sam won't get off my screen. All right, Donald's back in. Okay, now he's got to get him injured for the entire game. This is why we made it 15-minute quarters, because it might take a hot minute, even though the freaking player injury rating's on 1. Still not injured. My God, Sam Darnold's a monster. Let's make sure we pick up this first down, though, so we can keep these consecutive plays over with, and it just doesn't, and he's still not hurt. Who would have known it takes so much time to get 1 player to be knocked out of the game when that's the goal at hand? These quarterbacks get injured all the time in franchise mode. Come on, we haven't even got 1 quarterback knocked out the game yet. We have 2 more to go after this. All right, so this is at least going to be a first down. Run me over, kill me, death. Let death occur. Somehow he got up real quick, and he's just still happy. Dog, he has 1 injury rating. Like, anybody that doesn't have 1 injury rating should never get injured in franchise mode. If it's this freaking hard for you to get injured, he's still not hurt. Do injuries not count in Madden 21? My God. Please. Wow. Wow, a D-lineman gets injured. The D-lineman gets injured, not the guy with 1 injury. Remember at the beginning where I said hopefully this is straightforward and easy to accomplish, and obviously it's not. I really don't understand why he hasn't been freaking goddamn injured. Kill him. Please. He just gets right goddamn back up. I am so just upset. Alright, so if he doesn't get injured on this play, I think we're gonna try plan B. So last play on attempt number 1. It's just not been the most optimal start to a scientific experiment. And still no injury. Still no gosh dang injury. I think if you go into the settings mode from the actual main menu, I think from here it does give you an explanation. So modifies the overall chance of injuries in a game. A setting of 0 will disable them entirely. Okay, so we need to have this like a little bit up. Like maybe we put this to 75 in fatigue. A lower value means a player will fatigue slower. So that's what we need to do too. We need to put fatigue all the way up to 100 and then put the player's fatigue rating all the way down to 0. And I think that gives us a better shot. And also, I think we can only run with 2 QBs on the roster. So if we cut James Morgan off the roster, that would mean we only need 2 QBs injured. Like, does it let me play a game without a kicker too? Like, can I play a game just with the punter, or do I have to have a kicker? Because if that's the case, that means we literally only have to get 2 QBs and a punter injured. God dang it, you gotta have a kicker. That's unfortunate. And also, as mentioned, what we're gonna do now is jump in here for Samuel Darnold, and do this to every single player. Go to his ratings tab, and we're going to turn his stamina all the way down, which would obviously mean he gets fatigued a lot faster, because maybe that's what we need. So stamina all the way down. You do this with every single player, and hopefully that has some difference. I wonder if arcade mode would make more injuries happen. Like, I don't want to do that. I have it on simulation because, I mean, it makes the most sense because simulation's where the ratings mean the most. So I feel like that would be the most important one to have the game style on, but who freaking knows? This is bad. We'll keep it on sim for now. All right, if he can get injured on the first play, that will make me so happy. So attempt number 1, it probably will take more than 1 attempt. Samuel, please just make me happy. The blitz. Oh, the blitz is going to hurt me, right? Nope, of course not. So once again, just like the last game that we played, gonna try to run a hurry up as much as possible. Hopefully that will lead to an injury here or there. Another guy gets injured? Like, come on now. Well, at least my center got injured. Well, that sucks. See, like, I gotta go ahead and quit this game. I gotta turn that slider back down because eventually there's gonna be too many players injured. So attempt number 3, and I think at this point, I'm just gonna cut to the point where hopefully he actually gets injured. Yes! Finally! He got up, then fell right back down. Hopefully, it's severe. Hopefully, it's a spinal cord embolism. I don't even know if that's a thing. Yes! Ruptured disc for Sam Darnold. He will not be able to return for this game. So now, all we need is Joe Flacco to get injured, then the kicker should come in, then the punter should come in. I think we're finally, after 35 minutes, making progress. It took 35 minutes just to get one player to get knocked out for the game. I'm not complaining though. Happy now. You know how it took Thomas Edison 10,000 tries to correctly make the light bulb? Well, it took RBT 1,000 plays to get one QB injured. Why does he get injured every game? I don't get it. I don't get it. Oh, this has been an absolute stinker. So plan C. So guys, I sat there for like 35 minutes and Joe Flacco never got hurt. So I think what's happened is they fixed some stuff within franchise mode. So like in that particular instance, I'm pretty sure like there's no logical explanation aside from the fact that at that point it was coded to where Joe Flacco couldn't get injured because he was the last QB on the roster. So that's something they have fixed. That hadn't been the case the last few years, so that really is stinky. So my third and final attempt, if not, this video is going to be an absolute bust, because if you guys have been subs for a while now, I did this in Madden 19 and Madden 20, and both years got completely different results, but they were both pretty freaking interesting. Well, this year, this would have been the worst so far if this doesn't go to plan. So I'm going to try it now in just a regular exhibition game. So in a regular play now. So what I have done from this point, because I'm literally trying everything, is we have 2 QBs, the same exact 1 injury rating. Actually, their injury rating is 11 because for some reason offline you can only make it down to 11 injury rating, which makes no sense at all. Stamina rating here actually is 0. The injury rating is 11, and the same thing for the kicker and punter. But I've given them 99 speed, agility, and acceleration just so I can scramble with them more effectively, so we can keep running consecutive plays over and over again. So hopefully this will actually work in a play now. If not, so much for this video. But yeah, I literally sat there for a solid, gosh dang, 35 minutes consecutively scrambling with Joe Flacco, and the amount of times a freaking stupid offensive lineman got injured and no QBs. It was very, 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 very stinky. And screw it, I put it on arcade mode. Let's try that out. So I've literally ran the football like 20 times in this drive with Sam Darnold, and nobody's got injured, although I just put the injury rating all the way up to 99, and he's still not hurt. I don't get it. I just don't get what's going on this year. Like, not even one player's got hurt. Not one player, even though the injury rating's on 99. Like, I just don't get what the heck is going on. Like, what's the point in the injury rating if it doesn't even apply to a player getting injured? Like, I just don't understand, dude. Like, what happened to the franchises where a quarterback got hurt every time he got hit? I'm gonna try a few more things. Well, at least in today's video, you found out that, like, you can just run with your quarterback however many times you want to. He'll never get injured. I turned it off arcade mode. Maybe that was the problem. Probably not. Like, who cares? I don't anymore. It's been 2 hours, dude. 2 hours of literally trying to get a QB injured over and over and over again. And he's been injured 1 time so far. It's this guy again. Who are you and why do you always get injured? Is that like, I'm dead serious. Like, I'm dead serious. Like, this isn't me joking. Is that a glitch in the game? Like, if your quarterback's actually the one that gets injured, it automatically says it's somebody else. Like, it's already, like, it's predetermined that always, every time Sam Darnold gets hit, freaking George Fant's the one that says get injured. I don't understand it. Is it, like, literally impossible for your quarterback to get injured this year? Like, I don't get it, and it's making me furious. Oh, freaking goddamn Brian get injured, but not the QB who's been injured 5 consecutive plays that has 11 injury rating. So at this point, guys, I don't know what to tell you. I think this year they've made it so much harder for quarterbacks to get injured where it's literally almost impossible. Even if you have injuries up to 100, you have their injury rating all the way down, their stamina all the way down, and the fatigue all the way down. But I don't know. I guess that's the answer some of you didn't want to hear, but have to hear. If I see George Fant get injured one more time, dog. If George Fant gets injured one more time, the video is just going to end. Like, I can't take it anymore. Human beings shouldn't be put through this goddamn misery, dude. George Fant. Goddamn George Fant. I wish the freaking video was how many times can George Fant get injured in the game, because obviously your 11 injury quarterback can't. Like, this was the problem I was talking about. Like, so many players get injured that, like, it becomes a problem to where you can't, like, have a player get injured because EA has a limit set. So, here I go, having to quit this game. I think I'm gonna try it in franchise mode one more time, because that showed that at least one QB could get injured. And the thing I found in franchise mode 2 that already answers one of my questions, like the one QB was injured, Sam Darnold's injured now for like 7 weeks. It made us sign a quarterback before we could advance into another league. So I signed Taysom Hill, gave him the same exact ratings, so we have Joe Flacco. But here we go, final attempt, in before George Fant gets injured. Oh, their defensive tackle gets hurt before us. And I think I've ran the balls 15 times already. Oh, you know, another 49er gets injured when I'm the one getting hit. Oh, yep. I'm done.